Important details from the argument are missing in the summary. I can't hand out my dissertation this week. The most popular courses still have a few places left. Calculators may not be used in the examination. The amount of time spent on configuration varies considerably. Archaeologists discovered tools and artifacts in ancient tombs. The project is divided into 4 main sections. You do not need to have specialist knowledge to enjoy this book. More research is needed before any definitive conclusion is drawn. The North Campus car park could be closed on Sunday. Students who attempted to go to the conference must register now. Technology has changed the media we both used and studied. Some people are motivated by competition, while others prefer to collaborate. The artists tied with the conservative politicians earned the roles of critics. Carbon dioxide is the main source of greenhouse gases that cause climate change due to human behaviors. All dissertations must be accompanied with a submission form. The undergraduates need some specific sources to analyze a program. It is doubtful whether projects can be finished this week. Daily practice can build confidence and improve skills. The history of the university is a long and interesting one. Remember, the prestigious section has strict eligibility criteria. Tutors should set a clear goal at the start of the class. Graduates from this course generally find jobs in insurance industry. Please confirm that you have received the textbook. She began by giving an outline of the previous lecture. The department will continue to offer 3 new scholarships next year. You will be tested via continuous assessment and examinations. Close the door behind you when you leave the room. Lectures are the oldest and the most formal teaching method at universities. The business plan seminar includes an internship with a local firm. All the educational reforms have been inadequately implemented. A lot of agricultural workers came to the East End to look for alternative work. You need to hand in the essay next semester. Academic libraries across the world are steadily incorporating social media. Poor posture and neck strain are common for office workers. Convincing evidence to support this theory is hard to obtain. Digital scans of archived materials are provided with a small fee. Strangely, people are spontaneously impressed by statistics. Americans have progressively found the growth in quantitative terms. The ways in which people communicate are constantly changing. Every student has both the right and the ability to succeed. Late applications are not accepted under any circumstances. Practical experience is a vital part of legal training. The author's early works are less philosophical and more experimental. The aerial photographs were promptly registered for thorough evaluation. Momentum is defined as the combination of mass and velocity. Social media is criticized for causing internet addiction. There is a pharmacy on campus near the bookstore. Measures must be taken to prevent unemployment rate from increasing. In language learning, a systematic method of organizing new categories is essential. The American astronomers made a plan for landing a spaceship on Mars. Students will study the language literature in ancient Greece. The cooperator operates a continuous assessment. All the student union students can register their names to get that service. A good architectural structure should be usable, durable, and beautiful. Students will focus on reporting news on the changing media world. The office opens on Monday and Thursday following the freshman seminar. The vocabulary that has peculiar meanings is called jargon. Students live in the residence hall during the term time. Audition of the university choir will be on hold until the next week. Consumer confidence tends to increase as the economy expands. The Earth's atmosphere is mostly composed of nitrogen and oxygen. A few journalism students need to read the school newspaper. We encourage students to complete applications before the deadline. All laboratory equipment will be provided in class. The year when the ship of artifacts was wrecked interested historians. Time and distance are used to calculate speed. You do not need to be encouraged to be a hero. Visual aid is really helpful for revising. The department is organizing a trip to London in July. The strong liner is used to measure distance and baseline. Sea levels are expected to rise during the next century. During the examination, electronic devices must be left to the supervisors. And in that regard, as well as in other regards, it stands as an important contribution. Please click the logo above to enter the site. Calcium's nutritional value enjoys growing popularity every year. Today we have a guest speaker who is visiting from Canada. Every student has a regular meeting with his or her personal tutor. Your term papers should include current social issues. It is a debate about the value of knowledge. The residence hall is closed prior to the academic building closing time at the end of the semester. Many students are now studying science, technology, engineering, and maths. Every year, more and more courses become available online. Neuroscience is a compound of completely separate parts. The student shop has a range of stationery. Our professor is hosting the Business Development Conference. Consumers are better informed today because of the internet. Even the most motivated students may need help to choose their careers. Speed is defined as how quickly an object or a person moves. Students should leave their bags on the table by the door. It is absolutely vital that you acknowledge all your sources. The school summer programs help students to accelerate their studies. Foods containing overabundant calories supply little or no nutritional value. I will come back as soon as possible. Members should make concentrated contributions to associated operating funds. The deadline of this assignment is tomorrow. Traffic is the main cause of air pollution in many cities. Industry experts will discuss job opportunities in an automated workforce. There have been long streams of extreme weather since human history. Research shows the exercising makes us feel better. The garden behind the university is open to the public in summer. Tribes vied with each other to build up monolithic statues. The department has a higher than normal proportion of postgraduate students. Students who study overseas can significantly improve work chances. The professor took a year off to work on her book. I will come back to this in a moment. The economic predictions turned out to be incorrect. Scientists are always asking the government for more money. The synopsis contains the most important information. Americans have progressively defined the process of plant growth and reproductive development in quantitative terms. Enrolling in a second major will increase your career options. The nation achieved prosperity by opening its ports for trade. The plight of wildlife has been ignored by local developers. Protective clothing must always be worn in the laboratory. Water taps on the campus will discourage the frequent use of plastic bottles. More graduate training is often needed after the university study is finished. The first assignment is due on the 14th of September. The city's founders created a set of rules that became laws. The terms illness and disease are confusing despite clear differences. Graphs and charts allow data more easily to be understood. There is no economic recognition that borrowing is necessarily bad. The course helps students to improve their pronunciation skills. Many universities are continuously expanding the postgraduate education's online learning resources. Making mistakes is fine, as long as you learn from it. We no longer respond to any postal reference requests. If finance is a cause of concern, scholarships may be available. Journalism faces the crisis in the light of the digital revolution. Astronauts are using light years to measure the distance in space. Our laboratory equipment is provided free of charge. Although sustainable development is not easy, it is an unavoidable responsibility. I thought it was thrown in a small meeting room. Some people regarded this as eyewash, whereas some people asked for the status of their complaints and actions taken. Trees benefit the city by absorbing water running off-road. We cannot consider an increase in price at this stage. We are committed to recruiting candidates from all backgrounds and identities. Before submitting your dissertation, your advisor must approve your application. We study science to understand and appreciate the world around us. The Earth's atmosphere is primarily composed of oxygen and nitrogen gases. Artificial intelligence has made significant progress for the last few years. Optional tutorials are offered in the final week of a term. Some economists argue that the entire financial system is fatally flawed. If you need additional help, please visit the University Resources Center. Universities should invest in new technologies designed for learning. The assessment of this course will begin next week. Everyone must evacuate the premises during the fire drill. Linguistics is the scientific study and analysis of language. Please remember to bring a highlighter and your textbook to class next Thursday. Industries now bring more job opportunities than agriculture and fishing combined. The college includes 2 branches, physical and social sciences. The library reception desk is now open every day. The faculty staff are very approachable, helpful, and extremely friendly. The history department is very active in research. All students are expected to attend 10 lab sessions per semester. Researchers found that trees can relieve stress and anxiety. Students requiring an extension should apply sooner rather than later. It is really a comprehensive program comprising both theory and practice. He was constantly looking for ways to bring industry and agriculture closer together. The study of nutrition is a growing field. The university will seek a colossal renovation to the plain empty theater. We have sophisticated ways to study in brain action. We have not yet achieved equality in our society. Please note, submission deadlines are only negotiable in exceptional circumstances. Efforts are being made to reduce harmful emissions. Accountancy students need to submit their dissertations this week. There are some doubts about whether these events actually occurred. The lecture tomorrow will discuss the educational policy in the United States. Student representatives will be visiting classes with voting forms. He wrote poetry and plays as well as scientific papers. Manufacturing now brings more people in than agriculture and fishing combined. Thousands of people turned out ahead of the prestigious election. Packaging is very important to attract the attention of a buyer. A celebrated theory is still the source of great controversy. The exam system has been upgraded due to professional exams. Education and training provide important skills for the labor force. Good nutrition is crucial to the general health and vitality. 1 student representative will be selected from each class. Plants are the living things that can grow in land or in water. Peer group pressure has a great effect on young people. Many birds migrate to warmer areas for the winter. A person's educational level is closely related to his economic background. The untapped potential use of sun rays is phenomenal. The full list of undergraduate programs can be found on the website. While some people regard it as care, others regard it as reckless. The integration of archaeologist studies with community projects is widely encouraged. The posters are on display at the larger lecture theater. Listening is the key to succeeding in this course. Imported packages are likely to be used in many computers. They developed a unique approach to training their employees. The commissioner will apportion the funds among all the sovereignties. Some people regarded it as care, while others regarded it as recklessness. Peer review is an essential part of the scientific method. This morning's lecture on economic policy has been cancelled. The introduction is an important component of a good presentation. The new media has transcended the traditional national boundaries. Economic strength of early Roman Republic will be examined. The theme of the instrumental work exhibits more of a demure, compositional style. There is no ideal debate on this topic. All of your assignments should be submitted by next Tuesday. The essay will be published once the research is finished. Keeping organized class notes makes study time more efficient. Many experts think that the world climate is changing. Our students have participated in exchange programs to widen their horizons. Students find true or false questions harder than short answers. Nurses can specialize in clinical work and management. His analysis study appears to be based on the false premise. Reserved collection books contribute to the most achievements of students. The supposed benefits of space exploration are frequently questioned. The other book is not thorough, but it's more insightful. He landed his job in a very prestigious law firm. University fees are expected to increase next year. There is a welcome party for all new students each term. The article considered the leisure habits of teenagers in rural areas or places. The dance department stages elaborated performances each semester. The ability to work with fellow students cannot be stressed enough. Assignments should be submitted to the department office before the deadline. The tutorial timetable can be found on the course website. During that time, people had large families as an insurance against some children loss. Political assumptions are based on voting behaviors. Clinical placement in nursing prepares students for professional practice. We were able to contact a number of research subjects. Road safety measures can reduce accidents. I am glad that Professor Gordon just joined our faculty. Extension is only available under special circumstances. The time of the math lecture has been changed to 10:30. The marketing budget has doubled since the beginning of the year. All students do their homework at home. Over the years, more and more students are young. The campus tour will help you to get familiar with the teaching facilities. The timetable will be posted on the website in the morning. Currently, the growth of the company is unpredictable. Computer is a great source of knowledge for the students. We are moving at a very fast pace. The study of physiology involves in traditional sciences and social sciences. Mechanical engineering first became prominent during the Industrial Revolution. When the roots of a plant failed, foliage suffers. Calculators allow us to add numbers without making mistakes. The farmers need to adapt to the changes of the climate. Honey can be used as food and health product. Many diseases on the list have been eradicated. The stock market redesigned the market throughout the world. The castle was designed to intimidate both local people and the enemies. International exchanges formed the important part of our study program. The collapse of the housing market has triggered recessions throughout the world. We need to answer security questions if we want to reset the password. Make sure you choose a course that provides great career opportunities. The qualification will be assessed by using a conference criterion approach. Timetables for the new term will be available next week. The application process may take longer than expected. Climate change is now an acceptable phenomenon among a group of reputable scientists. It is clear that national trading system is a good thing. A demonstrated ability to write clear, correct, and concise English is bigotry. Communication skills are increasingly important in recent years. Many university lectures can now be viewed on the internet. A new collection of articles has been published. The disease that was serious has now been eradicated. Your ideas are sophisticated in seminars and tutorials. The course involves pure and applied mathematics. Sugar is a compound which consists of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. Note: lecture will begin punctually, so please do not be late. Your ideas are discussed depending on your seminar or tutorial. Salt is produced from the seawater or extracted from the ground. A laptop has been found at the biology lab. The archaeologists' new discoveries stand out in previously overlooked foundations. When bad drove out good, the local workers were more difficult than their competitors. The degree is taught by using a mixture of lectures and seminars. The topic next week on colonialism will be the nuclear disarmament. Most of the lectures begin promptly, so do not be late. Tutorials are scheduled in the final week of the term. Mixture is defined as the compound of chemically separate parts. The student union hosts a variety of social events.